The secret to the most productive gardens isn't hidden in expensive tools, fancy fertilizers, or backbreaking labor. It's buried right under your feet. Long before rototillers, raised beds and chemical inputs became the norm, grandmothers quietly grew overflowing gardens, using a method so simple, it feels like cheating. Sheet mulching, also known as no-dig gardening, is the reason those old gardens stayed fertile, weed-free, and productive year after year. And once you understand how it works, you'll never look at soil the same way again. For the crop corner family, this isn't just another gardening trend, this is an evergreen system that builds soil while you sleep, saves your back, and turns even poor ground into rich, living earth without digging a single inch. Tilling looks productive, but it quietly destroys soil life. Every time soil is flipped, fungal networks are shredded, moisture escapes, and weed seeds are invited to the surface. Sheet mulching does the opposite. It mimics how nature builds soil in forests and grasslands, by layering organic matter on top and letting biology do the work. When you layer carbon and nitrogen materials directly on the ground, microbes, worms, and fungi pull those nutrients downward. The soil becomes softer, darker, and more fertile without being disturbed. Over time, roots grow deeper, water retention improves, and plants become more resilient to heat, drought, and pests. This is why, no-dig beds often outperform traditional gardens within the first season and continue improving year after year. One of the most powerful parts of sheet mulching is that you don't need to clear land first. Grass, weeds, and even compacted soil can stay exactly where they are. The key is blocking light while feeding the soil underneath. Begin by mowing the area as low as possible. There is no need to remove clippings. Water the ground thoroughly until the soil is evenly moist but not muddy. This step wakes up microbial life and honestly ensures decomposition begins immediately. Next comes the weed blocking layer. Plain cardboard or thick newspaper works best. Avoid glossy paper or anything with heavy ink. Lay the sheets directly on the ground, overlapping edges by at least 6 inches so no light sneaks through. This overlap is crucial because even a small gap can invite weeds back into the system. Once laid down, soak the cardboard completely. Use approximately 1 gallon of water per square yard, enough that the cardboard darkens and molds to the soil surface. Wet cardboard breaks down faster and creates a tight seal that suffocates weeds. Sheet mulching is all about balance between carbon and nitrogen. Carbon materials break down slowly and provide structure, while nitrogen fuels microbial activity. When layered correctly, decomposition happens quickly without odors or nutrient lockup. Start with a nitrogen-rich layer directly on top of the wet cardboard. This can be compost, aged manure, fresh grass clippings, or kitchen scraps. Aim for a layer that's about 2 to 3 inches thick. If you're using manure, just make sure it's aged at least 6 months to avoid burning your plants. If you are mixing your own liquid nitrogen boost, combine 1 cup of fish emulsion with 5 gallons of water and apply evenly over the nitrogen layer at a rate of 1 gallon per 10 square feet. This really accelerates microbial activity and jumpstarts decomposition. Follow this with a carbon layer, such as straw-shredded leaves, wood chips, or dry grass. This layer should be about 4 to 6 inches thick. Carbon acts like a moisture blanket, keeping the soil cool and suppressing weeds long-term. Finish with a thin top layer of compost or garden soil, about 1 to 2 inches deep. This gives seeds and transplants an immediate place to root, while the layers beneath continue breaking down. One of the biggest myths about sheet mulching is that you have to wait a full season before planting, but in reality, you can plant the same day. For transplants, simply pull back the top compost layer, cut a small hole through the cardboard, and plant directly into the soil beneath. The roots will quickly grow down as the cardboard softens. For seeds, focus on shallow-rooted crops during the first few weeks. Leafy greens, radishes, beans, squash, cucumbers, and tomatoes all perform exceptionally well in fresh no-dig beds. As the layers settle, deeper-rooted crops thrive even more. Water gently but consistently during the first 2 weeks. Sheet-mulched beds retain moisture extremely well, so overwatering is rarely needed once plants establish. One of the most overlooked benefits of sheet mulching is water conservation. The layered system acts like a sponge, holding moisture exactly where roots need it. Evaporation drops dramatically because the soil is never exposed. During hot weather, no-dig beds often require about half the watering of bare soil gardens. A deep soak once or twice a week is usually sufficient, even in peak summer. For best results, apply water slowly. Drip irrigation or, just a gentle hose flow allows moisture to penetrate all layers. Aim for about 1 inch of water per week, increasing slightly during extreme heat or heavy fruiting. Weeds thrive on disturbance. Sheet mulching removes that advantage completely. By blocking light and denying space, most weeds never germinate. Perennial weeds weaken over time as their energy reserves are depleted. If a weed does appear, it's usually shallow-rooted and, honestly, really easy to remove by hand. Over successive seasons, weed pressure drops dramatically until maintenance becomes, pretty minimal. Adding a fresh carbon layer once or twice a year keeps the system sealed and productive. This small habit, replaces hours of weeding with just minutes of mulching. Unlike traditional gardens that slowly lose fertility, sheet-mulched beds actually become richer each year. Organic matter accumulates, beneficial fungi expand, and earthworms multiply, making the soil healthier over time. You'll notice darker soil, better crumb structure, and improved drainage without dryness. Plants develop stronger root systems and show greater resistance to pests and disease. This is why many no-dig gardeners report higher yields with less fertilizer. The soil itself becomes the fertilizer. For beginners, sheet mulching removes the intimidation of soil prep and weed control. There is no digging, no machinery, and no guessing. The system is forgiving and adaptable. For experienced gardeners, it offers efficiency and long-term sustainability. Beds become easier to manage over time instead of harder. Productivity increases while labor decreases. This method scales beautifully, whether you're growing a few containers, raised beds, or a full backyard food forest. Maintenance is simple and seasonal. Add organic matter whenever you have it, leaves in fall, straw in winter, compost in spring. Think of your garden as something you feed, not something you fight. So, avoid disturbing the soil beneath the mulch. Let roots decompose naturally after harvest. This, feeds microbes and maintains structure. Over time, your garden becomes a self-renewing ecosystem that works with you instead of against you. Grandma's no-dig revolution wasn't about shortcuts. It was about understanding how nature builds soil and letting it do the heavy lifting. Sheet mulching is one of the most powerful tools a gardener can use to grow more food with less effort, less water, and less frustration. If you want a garden that improves every season instead of wearing you down, this is the system to trust. If this guide helped you rethink how you garden, make sure to subscribe to Crop Corner for more practical, no-nonsense growing wisdom. Share this with a fellow gardener who's tired of digging, and let's bring this timeless method back where it belongs, in thriving, abundant gardens everywhere.